Extraction and Extraction 2.
The second one's also very fun. That scene, okay, that scene in the gym room in the second one, in the weight room, that like when he crushes the guy with the leg press, that hurt me.
I bet.
I was like, holy shit.
And when you watch the first one, there's already this like incredibly in-depth long take that's like 14 minutes long, and they're gonna like, and they try to figure out how to top it in the second one. That's like fun to watch. That's like fun gamesmanship, right?
Yeah.
But it is also like the writing of that is not very good, and the problem with the action gets elevated because there's a really great action director behind it. Like Sam Hargrave is so good, whereas like the Gray Man does not have that going for it. The action and the writing of the Gray Man, it's not good.
Right.
It has two very good actors at the heart of it, but they cannot lift that movie up on their shoulders, on their blonde, broad shoulders.
Welcome everybody to
so blonde, so broad.
They're still going. It's good. Just talking about Extraction.
Yeah.
Welcome everyone to Topflight Tales. My name is Philip. I'm the publisher, and I am overhung by two of our wonderful players. Say up and away players.
Up and away players.
How's everyone doing tonight?
I think dandy.
Dandy? That's really something coming from you, sir.
What can I say?
When Dan is dandy, I mean, come on now.
What can I say? What can a guy say?
And today feels accomplished. I will say today I feel accomplished.
Oh, great.
Crossed a lot of things off of the to-do list today.
That's a great feeling. That really is. Hello out there, chat. This is I was gonna announce this beforehand just to kind of let people know. I'll talk about it after, but like tonight is our last issue of Topflight Tales for a while. I'll probably keep this numbering and branding whenever we come back, or maybe I'll start legacy numbering then, and I'll add up all the Topflight games there's been and just have it be like, number whatever, LGY, how they do it on the comic books
and Marvel.
Yeah.
I mean, in fairness to that approach, like, I do think it's kind of dumb all the times they've revamped these comics. Like, it's so much cooler to have something have 500, 600, 700. Like, it's so much better to say this is issue, I mean, detective and action.
I
always kept it.
I think I do get it from like a marketing standpoint of like someone gets like, oh, I can start Spider-Man #1. I can come in. And I know what's going on because I'm starting at the beginning.
Yeah.
Spider-Man 754. How much do I have to know from that? And the answer is nothing. It's a comic book.
Yeah.
They're written so that you can pick it up off the stand.
Unless you start in the middle of an arc.
Hey guys, never stop mid-arc.
But even then, like your arcs are what, like six issues, like maximum a lot of times.
Sometimes they're 12 these days. Sometimes they go bigger.
Events are a problem. Events are the problem.
Yeah, event books problem. I mean, I know that many of the comic book editors would say you always have to remember this could be someone's first comic book. That's how they try to approach it. But I will say, in the current era, Marvel does publish a previously on at the beginning of all of their books.
Yeah.
And DC does not. And
Interesting.
I think DC probably should. I think it's a good call. It's very helpful.
I knew there's a reason I liked Marvel more than DC.
Yeah, especially because like, sometimes you're dealing with a book that comes out twice a week. Sometimes you're dealing with books that come out once a month. But also, if you were like me, you read a book and then you haven't read it in 8 months, and now you're sitting down to read again, and you were left off at this issue.
Yeah.
But what the fuck was happening?
You knew the thing, but yeah. A little recap can really spell it out to you.
Hey,
hello,
speaking
Galahar
of,
and Saber. Yeah. Oh, but speaking of a little recap, let's get into
it's too good of a segue to pass up.
Let's get into a little recap here. So, friends, in our previous issue, I'm just going to be real upfront about this. We are hopping in here to Meridian Salvation, Part 10. Because, well, quite frankly, we've done it 9 times before, so this is the 10th. Meridian and an intrepid crew from Fiat have ventured into the unknown in an attempt to access the astral plane and rescue Tatiana Temple, the Cleopatra of crime who has never existed in this timeline the way she was meant to, thanks to the machinations of Synth Devil. But upon hearing that such a person existed and kind of learning about the final and all of these things as reality was rewriting itself as it always does in these comic book worlds, Meridian said, "Welp, guess I gotta go save that person." And thus, that is now her plan. So, after venturing to deep space, interacting with Team Tomorrow, having to match wits against Topflight West in an issue that was really one for the books because we made you guys go back and forth, the group went through a spatial anomaly, but it turned out not to be sending them where they intended. It was not to the astral world. Instead, they went first to the Versus Verse, where they had a fighting-based, kind of 2D fighting-based tie-in, and then they went to the Princess of Tinnerval universe, where they met with Alice Clifton and Corinna from those old pulp stories that were written by an early writer of Meridian. So, like, to nerd, that was like a real clever, like merging of premier properties. Having rescued Alice, having summoned, also having learned something about shadow elves that might play into things in a big way, their weakness, and after then having summoned a giant amber Saurianosaurus Rex, fighting that, our group has finally managed to get back in. They prevented Rena Rude, not pictured tonight sadly, from bringing a giant animal back. It was the Smile Glider controversy all over again. But they piled back into the interdimensional bathysphere, blasted off of Tinnerval, and now they are heading to Bemerval, to the spatial anomaly that they hope will finally bring them to the astral world.
I just gotta say,
Yeah.
Michael is so disappointed
By what?
by Rena's behavior.
Wow.
Rena is the only one of this group that he thinks has potential. Okay? And
He doesn't think Meridian has potential?
of the Fiat agents.
Oh, I see. Understood.
Basic, which is to say, just me.
Well, and Violet Tower. Violet Tower, who threw the
Yeah. It's like, listen, Violet blowing things up way out of line. Billy, he's playing his card game. He needs to get his mind on the. Rena is task oriented, and here she is wasting it all on little animals.
It's a fairly big animal.
They're all little in the grand scheme of things.
That's true.
All right, and Rand.
So, as we go here to this, that is our recap. But it is now time to vote for a prologue, and if these two don't vote the same way, it will go to chat because we don't have a tiebreak. Your
I feel
options.
like we should just vote in the dark now for.
Sure, just what you're like. One of us votes one of us is two.
Yeah.
No, vote as you would. Option 1, the astral marketplace. Option 2, the lakes of despair. The astral marketplace or the lakes of despair.
I'm gonna close my eyes while I think about this, so that if Pierce votes before me, it won't influence my vote.
Yeah, I like it.
It's interesting because it's like we've never been to either of these places.
We have not. They voted together.
Oh, we both closed our eyes and voted for the same
They
thing.
voted together. All right, so those of you wondering what's going on in Medina Lakes, Dreadland, it might be a very long time before we find out. For now,
Which is also where is I guess this will be like tip of the head, but is that because I know that we sent a bunch of V's and
there are
Captain Eldritch.
There are 13 V's, Captain Eldritch, pretty much all of Team Tomorrow, or of the Guild of Secrets is there, and Captain Eldritch, a bunch of V's, and now Medina Lake and Ond. They're all there. So there you have it. All right, so the Astral
They're fine.
Marketplace.
Captain Eldritch has got that covered. We don't need to worry about that.
Sure. No, hopefully she does. In the Astral Marketplace, there is a sort of Imagine it like a strip mall that kind of just rises up out of the infinite ether that constitutes the astral world. In this kind of mundane, boring space, one can acquire things they might wish. Many beings are moving through this space. Creatures who either dwell here, who are trapped here, who have always been here, or who are traveling here. But one individual wearing a Red Sox cap is making his way, sort of looking over various like fruit carts and things, and complaining about why all the fruit looks weird. Suddenly, an old man rushes up to Dustin Howe and tells him,
"They're coming, boy, they're coming. They're coming for you."
Dustin Howe says, Who are you talking about, bro? What do you mean? The old man says,
"The destroyers of everything."
he's like, okay, get off me, Grandpa. Like, I don't even know, like, what, I mean, everyone here is weird. Like, can you be a little more specific?
Doom, doom, I tell you, doom. Fear, run, run, coming for you.
Oh, all right. Jeez. Okay. Message received. Man, I hate this place. It's so stupid because, like, I don't know, pretty much, like, everybody here is, like, you know, like, they say something to you and, like, you know it does mean something because it's all kind of, like, stories. He went away. He's gone. All right. I guess I better go tell the lady that, I'll take these apples. You like them apples? It's from a movie. All right. He heads off. In the meantime, within the interdimensional
worth it.
bathysphere.
That feels like it was the correct vote.
No, you guys are good for that one? Cool. So, with that, within the interdimensional bathysphere, first of all, I don't know how much you guys poured into last week, but
Quite a bit.
let's say, tell you what, I'm going to roll on behalf of, you actually want me to roll high here because that means it will take her longer to get to Bemerval. I roll moderately. So in that case, everyone may recover 6 power.
Oh,
Thank you, Mr. Publisher.
It takes it.
I'll be back to full, so.
Oh, hey, there you go.
I'm one off, so that's great. Meridian. Did Meridian have power at the start of this?
Meridian is now at 8 power. Meridian
Oh,
had
okay.
2 left last time.
Okay.
Poor Meridian. I couldn't even increase Meridian's already low luck. I rolled so low for luck when I tried to increase luck for Meridian. It was terrible. The interdimensional bathysphere now actually does have a decent amount of fuel. Like, you could do a couple of hops, skips, and jumps here and there. But upon arriving in the Bemerval system, the Magmanaut kind of, begins to do scans and says,
I do in fact detect there a spatial anomaly. I'm just not sure it's the exact kind we need.
if Billy or Michael would like to assist in sort of, this could be I don't want you both to do the same thing, but calculate or analyze. You could attempt to sort of use ship systems to...
Which would you like to do, Michael?
It's 75 or 89, so
I'm 80 and 81, so I'm 80 and
I'll
analyze.
analyze them.
Okay, I'll do calculate.
Great.
It's a 2, so I think that's a vital success.
That would be a vital success.
Yeah.
I thought that was a 4. No, it's a 34,
34.
which is a hard success.
And so you were calculating.
I was calculating.
Okay, cool. So I will say that, Billy, you can certainly calculate, like, the route to it and sort of back up everything that the Magmanaut has been up to. But Michael, with a vital success in analysis, as you're looking over the logs and, like, you're pulling up the systems of of like when you pass through these different worlds and like the way to go to the astral world. With a vital success, I think that you notice something. Again, it's an experimental craft, they're kind of throwing this stuff together. There is a feature on this craft. Think of it as like dimensional ballast. It's part of the reason that while you're within the craft, you guys don't change. Like the world will change around you and you can kind of keep your wits about you and all that stuff. But Michael, you realize that this ballast has been in the like fully locked position rather than in the sort of open position, which would allow you to sink further. In other words, you guys have been skipping along different multiverses rather than sinking deep into the sort of astral, purely metaphysical world. As if, like, the Magmanaut, this isn't her usual ship. It's
Right, yeah.
almost defensible, but, like, you literally... I'll leave it to you. If you'd like to say something about it, you certainly could, or you could just switch that off, and you're fairly confident.
I'm just saying I'm going to reorient some of the modifications on this ship, and then I'll do it.
Okay, Magmanaut's like,
Okay, well, be careful. Honestly, who knows at this point?
great.
So, what's the I know that everything seems to check out that we're going. What's the likelihood that when we go through this, it'll actually get us where we need to go this time?
Magmanaut's like,
I have no idea.
Not that I haven't enjoyed skipping around and discovering and experiencing all these new worlds, but
I would say, yeah, we'll go ahead, Michael.
I feel like the longer that we that Meridian isn't home, the worse things will be back home when we get back.
Important to remember that while Meridian might be the leader of heroes on Earth, there are many of them around.
Yeah. Meridian will say, still, I hate that I had to leave everyone as this War of Two Hells was just heating up. That it's like, follow things of War of Two Hells, issue whatever, because that's going on. But in any case, Meridian will say, I don't know if we'll make it where we're going on this jump or not, but I do have faith that we'll wind up where we're going eventually. And I appreciate everything you've all done so far. You've really contributed a lot to this mission, and I'm just grateful. I'm just grateful for the opportunity to make this right.
Yeah, and just again, Meridian, you're sure that that's the right thing we should be doing?
Meridian considers for a moment. She certainly has experienced some interesting things on this trip, whether it was the vitriol of the members of Topflight West who did not want her to go and rescue these people, whether it was the sort of strange, contentious, fighting, striving of the Versus Verse, or whether it was the sort of kind of moral corruption of the Kaysgid Dirigil on Tinnerval, the sort of evil that had spread on that wild world, the despotic regime, even when she was trying to save them, they were throwing, death back at her, conjuring wickedness. Meridian is no stranger to evil, and she is not naive. She recognizes there is danger. So I suppose we will go ahead and have Meridian vote here for a moment. This is not going to affect what she does, more her perspective. Click A to have Meridian say, no, despite it all, I know this is the right thing to do. Everyone deserves a second chance. Or in her case, a first chance. B, Meridian will say, there is a lot to think about. I still think we need to go, but we should be on our guard. So how is Meridian going into this? A, Meridian is going to remain upbeat, positive, believing Tatiana Devil deserves this. B, Meridian is going to say, after everything I've experienced, maybe we should be more cautious. All right, so far, we have a few votes in. I'll wait another about 30 seconds or so before locking this down. So those of you watching at home, it may already be too late.
Yeah, It was. I thought for a second you were just like, oh well, this could be the shortest game we've ever had in this stream.
Sure. Well, I mean, you
yeah,
guys.
you're right. We should go home.
You still have to find a way home. I mean, you're
Yeah.
not. That's not a thing. Ooh, we're tied. All right. I think Kern is in chat. Although I don't know if Kern's been in chat today. I think Kern was in the thing.
I see Kern was.
We're tied up. Well, if Kern votes in the next.
You could text KJ.
There
It's
are
like a
ones I'll text
tiebreaker.
KJ for. I think this perspective one. This feels too complicated
Sure,
to
sure.
describe as a text.
Sure,
But
sure.
you are making a good
That's fair. That's fair.
I'm gonna wait just a click longer. No, I think
You can tell KJ that she can't get any context, which she would love. I know.
Sure, it's not her scene. All right, I'll text her. What the hell are we doing?
A or B. Just pick.
Wow, this is thrilling television right now. I'm gonna give her a few moments to vote.
Do you think?
Otherwise, we'll move on.
Look, I just think it's more fun if I just think this is Meridian's flaw, right? Like, this is
I would probably have voted A ultimately, but it is interesting because it will change the timbre of this. And if I don't hear back from KJ in, it's now I said there would be 30 seconds, no, but like over a minute.
Yeah, my rationale on B was just it's a acknowledgement. It's not like a
no, it's not
just an
committed
acknowledgement
to-
of like I hear you, I respect you,
Yeah.
but I'm not backing down off of this. Like
Yeah.
it's
Okay. She votes A. She votes A and then sends a gif of Dwight Schrute staring angrily. As if she doesn't...
yeah.
There you go. Yeah, so she's not happy about it, but she votes A. So in that, Meridian will sort of put a hand on Billy's shoulder and say, everyone deserves a second chance, or a first chance, or a whatever number chance it is when reality rewrites itself. All right, Magmanaut, I think we're ready. Arms akimbo, fists on hip as she kind of does the thing. She goes, let's go. And the Magmanaut will, this time, head through another spatial anomaly, passing over the moon of Bevarval, where the Epsilon Sun, the Witch of the Epsilon Sun, was being worshipped. That was where Philion got smushed, by the way, just so you guys are wondering what that moon is. There you go. That is a very good roll. And this time, largely thanks to Michael's adjustments to the ship. The interdimensional bathysphere passes through this spatial anomaly and begins to shake with great violence. But in a way, Michael, that means it has sort of caught adrift and is sinking deeper and deeper and deeper out of material reality and into realms of pure thought. As you all look out the windows of this sphere, you see everything. It is a sort of very trippy, you know how like in think of it as like the movie thing where you go through and you're seeing like E equals MC squared passing by, like that sort of, it's a very kind of that, but it's sort of, the astral world does seem to sort of exist in a place where anything can happen, anything can be formed. It's a realm of pure thought. You are seeing stray thoughts of countless creatures. And yet the astral world is not the dreamlands which lies, is a sort of different texture of it. But you might occasionally see glimpses of things that almost seem like dreams, waking or sleeping. Eventually, however, the ship comes to a stop, a gentle stop, and Magmanaut checks a few controls and says,
Okay. Wow. We're here.
What's gonna happen when we step outside?
Well, that's part of the trick. Because we know what's going on, you might be able to retain yourself a little more and not not move, but I do recommend
and she'll sort of gesture to some of the it's think of like almost like the it's like the equivalent of like a rebreather that they put on inside in Empire Strikes Back when they're stepping out of the thing. She's like
recommend taking a,
it's basically like there's something you can kind of strap to yourself that can kind of serve as further ballast to your own reality.
Noted. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll grab one. I'll grab some, hand them around.
All right. Curious to see what it's like here. This feels different than every other place we've been to. Whatever the rules are here.
Meridian says, I don't know. My understanding, this is a place of thought and where sort of emotion, and it's not really a material space, even though it becomes material when you're within it, and it'll be material, but it can function as all sorts of. I mean, Topflight West apparently went there. I've now read their decommissioned files, and when they entered, most of them didn't know who they were and kind of existed as the other thing. So definitely good to have those pieces of ballast on. But I do think that it is. We could see anything. I guess that's my point.
Understood.
It's all possible. Right now, however, if you look out, you just kind of see like shimmering, kind of rainbow-colored, kind of like nothing. Just kind of a strange expanse. Meridian says, so, you've all, you ready to go?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
All right. Let's do it. And she'll kind of go to the thing, and the sort of ramp comes down. Meridian will sort of walk off, followed by Michael, Billy. Rena will be going as well. I might have Violet stay with the ship this time, I think. And then Magmanaut is also going to go. That's what I just rolled for Magmanaut, by the way.
Oh no.
Okay. Magmanaut will say,
I think actually I might come to,
and she grabs some equipment and says,
might want to try to take some readings just, on behalf of, and
Marina says, yes, of course, and we appreciate everything Team Tomorrow's done to get us here, so I understand. That'll be great.
Just gonna take a look around the ship, just trying to think of something to bring, but ultimately nothing seems like could work here. And just sort of stick my hand out before following it out into this world to see what happens.
Your hand remains as it is, and you guys all sort of walk out and find that you're just sort of walking on a ground that has kind of formed below you, or perhaps was under some mist that is now clearing.
Okay, well, we didn't spaghettify, so I think that's a good starting point.
I think that what sort of Magmanaut was saying is that between some sort of anchoring devices on us and the fact that we entered in this way, where we should be pretty solid. Well, I'm not really sure what it is we're looking for. Can you both give me a look roll, unless you'd rather do a listen, or if you'd rather perceive?
I'd love to do a look roll.
Sounds good.
29, which is a hard success.
Great.
11, which is an extreme success.
Extreme success. Okay, cool. Meridian has an extreme as well. As you guys sort of look around, it really, Michael, as far as you can tell, even with a hard success, this is a shapeless, formless void you're in. Meridian and Billy are similarly kind of confused, but then, you both kind of look up, and you realize that there does appear to be some sort of structure kind of in the distance, but it's straight up from you.
I guess Meridian, I guess you're gonna have to be the one to go check that one out.
Maybe. Meridian then kind
How
of
much do I know about the astral plane?
Not too much, but you certainly would have done some work. What are you trying to determine?
I mean, like, do I know that it's like your thoughts can like dictate things in the astral plane?
Absolutely.
So then can I just try and like use my will to like just fly up to it?
Sure, go ahead and do.
I don't want to feel like that's too. I mean, is that too metagamey
No,
of
no,
me? Like,
not at all. Do a. I guess that's just a flat will. Do a. You can throw it into um.
compose, create.
Sure, compose, create, or detect. Yeah, compose, create's fine. Yeah, it's probably better.
25 hard success.
Yeah, and it's you're kind of like, can I like fly up, and you sort of try to take like a step up, but suddenly it's like everything sort of just shifts and you begin, it's just like you're not quite flying, but you are like walking straight up, and that now seems normal. And the bathysphere just sort of seems like it's against a wall behind you. You're now walking to that, and Meridian kind of does the same and just kind of,
Wait, so Michael, you have a healing factor and you can fly. What else have you been?
No,
What
this
have
is
you been
something
concealing?
unique to the astral plane. You try it. Try walking up. Just believe that you can walk up.
Okay. I will attempt to believe.
Okay. Make a compose, create, detect vibe. Pick your poison of such things.
I'll go with compose, create, sure. 55. Normal success.
That'll be enough now that you've seen others do it. They'll sort of be going that way. Magmanaut will kind of like, wave to you, but kind of goes off in some different direction, just taking readings. Nothing wrong with that. Rena will follow you up as well. As you're sort of making your way across here, the space ahead of you soon resolves into like it really looks like a little like mini mall, like a strip mall. Kind of very sort of boring, stucco walls, kind of unpleasant. And Meridian says, "Oh, that's interesting." However, you do see there are several individuals kind of bustling around it.
I'll look at Meridian and say, "Did you bring a wanted poster or something?"
A wanted poster? What do you mean?
Oh, so we can track her down. Ask the locals if they have the
Oh.
information.
No, I don't have a photo of her. And Rena's just like, I have a photo. I have many photos. Here's a photo of her from the 80s. That's what she looked like in the 80s when she was a socialite. So, as you guys approach, a few people kind of cast an eye towards you, but not really. No one really thinks it's odd that just people are sort of walking up to this spot. You see there are stores selling food. There's stores like selling like puzzles, board games, things like that. There are stores selling all sorts of things, and there is an odd sensation as you look at it that it only seems to be about 4 or 5 stores, but as you keep passing them, there kind of can be more. And in fact, both of you think of something. Just go ahead and think of what a store you might find at a place like this.
Like one of those like tchotchke shops on New York City streets, like the little like the New York version of like what you'd have in like the Walk of Fame or something. You know what I mean?
I
Like
totally get it.
like little Statue of Liberties and I Heart New Yorks and stuff like that.
Absolutely. A tchotchke stop is
Other
there.
cards with like a map of the metro system.
Excellent.
Billy?
Like a Tower Records.
Yeah. There's a record store on one side. A tchotchke shop on the other, just almost as if... And both of you... Actually, give me detective vibes on that, both of you.
Oh. What's...
61, so hard success or regular success.
96 is only a fumble if you're below 50, right?
That is true.
Okay. So just a failure then.
Okay, Billy, you have no idea. I think, Michael, you have a realization that, like, you were just thinking of, like, what's going to be next to tchotchke shop, and then there was one. And perhaps that is even more confirmed for you when Rena goes, "Oh, wow, pet store." And Rena runs to a store full of exotic animals.
Yes. Okay, so we can manifest different stores here.
Oh, I wonder if they have that. I'd like to check the Tower Records to see if they have the this like limited edition pressing of one of these early albums that I never actually acquired.
Oh, okay. That is very interesting. Give me. So you're entering the store. Okay.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm taking
Yeah.
like I'll take a step inside.
Yeah, you kind of walk in, and I mean, Rena's run into a store, so it's not like a thing. I think for that, give me a luck roll, and I'm also gonna roll a.
Never asked this before, but it very rarely comes up. Would my knowledge of V's discography apply to this
Not
luck
to
roll?
the luck, sadly.
Okay.
To if there is one to any information about it, that will certainly apply.
That is a 10, so that is an extreme.
An extreme success. So you sort of walk in. There is a man at a counter. The store seems kind of dusty. There's kind of a guy kind of at a counter who just kind of sort of looks up at you as you enter. He's probably in his 50s. Has kind of thinning hair, like a jean jacket, bit of a beard, kind of wispy. He just sort of looks up and goes, "Oh, can I help you?"
Oh, yeah. I was just wondering. So there's an artist known as like V and the Formations, but I'm specifically looking for an album. There was like a rare printing before when she was just a solo act, when she was just kind of still doing like acoustic singer-songwriter stuff. It was kind of like, it was like one of her first EPs that was actually printed on they did like a limited run of vinyl. I never managed to track it down.
Okay. I've never heard of the Vmations, you said?
Well, V and the Formations is, but this is before she was doing a whole band.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, he just sort of.
I think the album was just, if I remember right, it's just called V. It was just sort of a self-titled thing.
Let's see. Here's is it Pop?
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
That's that
I guess
wall.
it was like.
Is that wall?
Okay.
Yeah. If you go over to it, Billy, do another detect vibe roll.
Detect vibe. You go. It's much better. 26, hard success.
This record store feels very weird. Like it feels very like kind of there's something goofy about it. Something like just something's off here. But if you go ahead.
I was just, well, I'm just asking now, like, is this like Batman, the animated series, where I now like look at this stuff and none of the words make sense and every
Sure,
the letters
that's how
are
he does his
backgrounds, and
intro.
that's how I.
It's less that it is that to an extent that all the records look familiar, but you haven't seen any of them before. There are like none of them. It's almost like none of them are real. But yeah, as you sort of go over to that wall, you start shuffling through, and sure enough, you do find the exact album you're talking about.
Wow. Then I'll grab it and I'll just say, I'll go up to the guy and say, I found it. This, how much does it cost? How do you accept payment here?
Oh, yeah, I mean, we take cash only. He just knocks on a thing that says cash only.
Okay. All right, I can do that. How much is the record?
He takes it and looks and says, $20.
All right, I mean, that's not a lot of money. I'm gonna believe that there's $20 in my wallet.
There's $20.
I mean, there's probably 20 in.
Yeah.
All right, and having completed the exchange, I'll come back out to Michael.
Hold on, you need your receipt.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, there you go.
And I'll.
Michael, you're just standing on the street, you and Meridian kind of looking around. You're probably watching Rena just pet all sorts of weird animals.
Yeah, Michael, I think you might be right. I'm very curious. It was sort of an experiment. And I'll hold this up. This V album is like, there's like 200 of these in existence, and so I've been trying to track one down for years. So that it clearly was a manifestation that they would have this random thing in this shop that just popped up, but also I'm curious to see what happens when it comes back.
Yeah, interesting experiment.
Yeah.
Hey, who's that? She looks hot.
Who are you?
What?
Just a guy with a Red Sox cap.
Oh, this is
Baseball bat. Just walks up. Oh, she's hot. What was that from that store? They got more of those?
I mean, there's a whole section for her and her band, the V and the Formations.
Formations. That's a weird name for a band.
Well, she is V, and then she has Formations, which are sort of like her backup.
Just 4 of them?
Actually, I think there are 5 of them.
What? So
Well, no, I think she at some point she gets up to 8.
A lot. It's a power she has.
Hey, you guys seen any Harbingers of Doom coming around here, by the way? Any like destroyers
Not
of everything?
Not here, not yet.
No.
Who are you? I'm Billy Jones.
Oh, okay. Billy Jones.
Not
is
really
your
a
name?
harbinger. Yeah, I'm not really a harbinger of anything.
Yeah, you're not a harbinger of anything. Billy Jones and who are you? Old timer.
I'm Mike.
Michael Sheen. I guess he's not. He doesn't call you old timer because you look fairly young. Michael Sheen. Wow.
Yeah.
It's a common name, I guess.
What? Heard it before?
Uh,
They got one of me around here.
it's complicated. We watch Frost Nixon a lot. She likes it. Oh, he looks at Meridian, who's just.
I like
smiling.
what kind of vibe? What kind of vibe?
Do a
am I
detect
getting?
vibe on this guy.
Yeah.
Like when he said watching Frost Nixon, I'm like, okay, like
Sorry, can I do a read person on him?
You can do a read person on him, sure.
Since
I
being
will.
kinda-
I am going to do something that I don't think I have done with this character before.
Okay.
I'm going to spend 1 point of luck
Okay.
to go from a 48 to a 47 and make this a hard success.
Fair enough.
And
I
I'm
roll.
only doing this because I've already clicked the box.
That is the behavior that is encouraged in this game. Yes, Billy.
I've rolled a 99.
Oh, are you under 50?
I am not. I have a. The question is, do I spend a power to re-roll? Yeah, why not?
It's up to you.
Doesn't help. Can't honestly be that hard to read.
Michael, this guy is just a real he's definitely like an Earth dude. He's clearly from like New England, and he seems insufferable. That's the vibe you get from him. There is also he's got a baseball bat. He's talking about harbingers of doom. So he probably is looking for maybe not looking for a fight, but prepared for a fight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Billy, how'd you do?
I got a 12 now, so that's an extreme.
Okay, yeah. He is this guy is on patrol. He's on alert. He is waiting for someone who he has been warned that will cause trouble. He
seem unbalanced in any way?
Not he doesn't seem he seems like he could fly off the handle sort of as a guy, but he doesn't seem he seems like he's a pretty smart dude, pretty kind of, aware of stuff. And I would say with an extreme success, he's kind of the fact that your name was Billy Jones and his name's Michael Sheen. He's like, yeah, okay, but now he's looking at Meridian and he's like, man, are these the people I'm supposed to fight? Oh man, yeah. He's not that stupid. In other words,
Sure,
he's goofy, he's douchey, but he seems like he's an astute kind of guy. But he kind of turns to Meridian as you two are slicing up and she goes, hello. He goes, hey, yeah, nice pajamas. Are you a Harbinger of Doom by any chance? Are you here to find me and end reality or anything like that? I certainly don't think so. All right.
What could you tell us about these harbingers of doom? We usually are pretty good at solving problems and saving worlds, so.
Oh.
Well, Meridian is here.
Oh, Meridian is.
We're more of we're an assisting entity and monitoring entity.
Yeah, I mean, like a superhero or something?
Well, she is. And maybe him. I'm not sure.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know, some old guy over there told me, Doom was coming and, the destroyers of everything were about to arrive here and, cause a
I
bunch
think
of
it's a
trouble or
different
something.
franchise.
It's a different franchise?
Yeah. Doom.
Okay. It's like, it's like,
Very Shakespearean Ides of March kind of talk, huh?
I didn't follow that, but franchises, I mean, you're basically saying it's like this is NLAL situation, huh?
Yeah.
Different, yeah. Okay, gotcha. What do you guys think of the designated hitter? Be honest.
The what?
The designated hitter. What do you think?
Oh, I think it's an abomination.
Yeah, okay, I get it. Where you from?
New York.
Okay, well, So, but like the Mets?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I think it's all right. It makes the game. I think I think it adds in the game, makes it a little more entertaining.
I don't know. It's hard to understand my affiliation, and yet well, anyway. He
So everyone likes to see Big Poppy hit the
Yeah. So anyway,
How long have you been here?
it's like impossible to tell. I genuinely could not tell you. I might have been here a week. I might have been here 200 years. It kind of is the same. I don't even know. I know that I've been watching tapes of Red Sox winning the World Series, which like really meant something to me. Wish my father could have seen that. Actually, he might have. I don't know. Zarufa.
I don't think they have. Like, how old are those tapes? I don't recall them winning the World Series.
You don't recall them winning the World Series?
Yeah.
Okay, well, it happened in 2004, apparently.
No, I don't think so.
Oh. Billy, go ahead. Is Billy lying, or Billy just doesn't know?
No, I was sorry. I was just pausing that changed with the timeline change.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, understood.
They're just trying to rob it from Red Sox fans.
Sure. As
That's
one.
all.
As,
If you want to kibosh it, that's fine.
as they deserve.
Thank
It
you.
It is canonically he's been watching tapes of them winning here. We have shown that.
Yeah, I'm
that's
sure
what
that
he
it-
was doing with the thing.
But yeah, I'm sure that
The-
might.
You see 07 and 18 as well? Or was it 13? What is it? What was the last time they won?
You know what? He would have seen any of them. She could have gotten those for him. But in any case, as it's sort of,
yeah, 13 and 18, right? Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it doesn't even stop. At this point, however, an old man starts screaming, "Doom! Doom them! Destroy us!" And he kind of turns back and goes, "What, these guys?" And the old man says, "Yes, them! Come to destroy you!" He says, "I thought you guys said you weren't here to destroy me."
I'm not here to destroy you.
Or why would we? I mean, you don't try and destroy us. We're not going to try and destroy you.
I don't know. You guys sound all nice and rational, but typically in a place like this, if an old man comes up and tells you something, well, sorry about this, and he kind of lunges back to take a swing. A, will Meridian let these guys handle it, or B, will Meridian fly in and kind of protect her team? Let's do a vote.
I don't think it matters now.
Is it all
I
everyone's
vote-
B?
I
Overwhelming
vote
B?
A, but
Oh, you'd vote A, but it's yeah. All right. In that case, so basically, he's kind of like, no hard feelings, fellas. He's kind of raising a bat to swing at you guys, and Meridian sort of like comes in and says, "Hold on now, there, friend," and kind of just like sort of is gonna like try to take it, and Dustin Howell will swing his bat and connect with Meridian. For Meridian, I'm gonna roll a fly against this. Wow. Meridian goes flying at like rapid speed, just like way out of this thing, and like seems to just kind of like, land in a puff somewhere in the far distance.
I'm immediately like jumping back.
Okay.
Just like adopting a defensive posture. Yeah.
He's like, "Sorry, fellas, I don't want to, batter up. Here we come, ready to go."
Who are you that we would be trying to destroy you anyway?
I don't know. You're probably coming for the lady who I, live with, and sometimes, well, we don't gotta get into that, but you're probably involved with her somehow. What are you guys doing?
Hey, if you want to take us to her, we can just figure this out nice and peacefully.
I get you. Yeah, sure. Billy, you can make a persuade roll, I suppose, or a charm persuade. I think it's called in this. Yeah.
I do have a +2 knowledge to bluffing and other social interactions.
and I was
You're not bluffing though. You're just trying to like. Oh, I think you're saying other social interactions. I'll let you do half on it because
Okay.
this is a contentious situation. You can
Right,
have one
yeah.
free bonus though. Billy?
Well, I would like to attempt to explain to him who Tatiana is, sort of like that the woman here is sort of the arch criminal mastermind of our world,
Okay.
and that we're not really here to deal with him. We're here to sort of probably bring him home.
Okay, go ahead and do your explain on that. Michael, how did you do for your talking the guy down?
24, which is a hard success.
24 is a hard success. Okay, I'll say that even like he slows just for a moment from what you're saying. So, Billy, let's see how your explanation goes.
35, which is also a hard success.
All right, I'll say with 2 hards, he will sort of pause for a moment. He doesn't take a swing at either of you, but he's kind of, he's definitely dubious. And that will give Meridian enough time to fly in and make a rebuttal. Dan, why don't you roll Meridian's punchback for me?
All right. Did she get anything extra on top of this?
Nope, just no bonuses or anything, just
32.
32. That's a hard success for Meridian, easy. She'll just kind of come in and swing. I guess I'll give him a dodge, but yeah, he does. He basically Meridian kind of like whacks him, and he sort of blocks it with the thing, but goes knocked back. It's like, oh, cow! And Meridian's like, "Are you two okay?"
Yeah. Thank you.
So far,
I think
she'll
she'll
say,
clear.
"We don't want any trouble, but if you're attacking us, we have to defend ourselves." And he's kind of like standing up with his, bat, like, "Hey, come on now. Sorry, but as I can now see, you definitely harbors the doom. So here we go. Come on, batter up, baby." Meridian's like, he doesn't seem like he should be able to hit me that hard with that bat. It's like,
Is it
actually,
the power of the flame?
maybe things are, maybe anyone could be sort of a threat here somehow. Go ahead, Billy.
I would like to start singing Sweet Caroline.
Okay. Go ahead and do a perform roll.
Where is that?
It's
Will?
Under Will.
That's not bad. 23, so hard success.
You start singing the song, and it's kind of like it's. I'm worried, Pierce, that would just pump him up more.
I'm just,
You're
my
giving
hope.
him his fight song.
But the thing is, my hope is that not one person doesn't sing that song, and then no one joins in. And the entire town joins
Everyone
in.
and other people.
And we stop fighting.
People definitely start singing it.
Or you start throwing beers.
Sure. Yeah. Do you sing along, Michael?
Of course not.
Okay. Meridian will sing along. I'll have her roll a perform as well. Yeah, she succeeds. So basically, they're kind of trying to sing, and he's kind of like, he's like, I understand. Yeah, he's even singing along, but he's like, kind of coming in. Meridian's like prepared to do this. But just when you're at like, ba ba ba, good times, this voice just shoots out of everyone and says, "Oh, for the love of God, can you all shut that up?" And he goes, "Oh, you gotta stay back. These are harbingers of doom." And she says, "I thoroughly doubt that. Although I've wanted to call Neil Diamond the same on many occasions." Tatiana Temple, 80s version, strides up to you all. So, you've come here to destroy us?
Hey, Meridian. It's that one lady.
Scott Pilgrim reference? Yes. Meridian sort of flies down. Meridian has 2 options for how she'll approach this. One, Meridian can say, simply, "No, I've come to save you." That's A. 2, Meridian can sort of launch into a more, technical explanation of reality's been rewritten. Apparently, you're supposed to be here. You've been banished here when you weren't meant to be. and we're sort of basically Meridian can be, one Meridian is just like, I'm here to save you, everything's okay. Two is a little more like give her some context, try to ease her into the idea. So that's A and B. Sorry, A with a lead into B. Understood. Gotcha.
Yeah, that's sort of what I think too. But
Okay. All right. Anyone else can vote there for a moment? You have to hear. Oh, a B.
a B enters.
If Sophia enters chat as a B, then we're in a very then we're in a more contentious situation here. The dance counts as almost like an A point B. Ooh, Sophia instead just gives us an emoji, an emote. So, yeah.
Or is that? But is that an emoji triggered by like a punctuation with B?
Oh, did you write a B and it's turned it into that? There are some of the emoji like it is so irritating me when I type something and it turns into an emoji. Like I'm universally infuriated. All right, I guess we'll call it here, but I can amend. But Meridian will say, "No, I've come to save you." And oh, sorry. Well, we'll just go with it then. In that case, that's fine. So basically, Meridian sort of floats down to Tatiana Temple and says, "No, we're actually here to save you." And Tatiana will look at Meridian. And Michael and Billy, you see her have this look of like shock crossing into disgust. Like, you've come here to save me? I don't even know who you are, darling. But whoever you are, I certainly don't need someone from the, I don't know, marching band coming to save me. I'm exactly where I want to be. Meridian goes, Go ahead, Billy.
So, sorry, I'm still trying to grasp a lot of what's going on here, especially because like you don't exist in our timeline. So you were defeated and banished here by Topflight West, right? That's what I'm understanding.
Oh,
it's hard because we don't really have records of it. We had to,
So you have records of things that never happened.
Well, we know we don't. We have accounts of some people who maybe remember that or threads from the previous timeline.
And because of that, you've come here to the astral world to rescue me.
Well, because Meridian thinks it's a good idea, and...
Oh, does she? Meridian. Okay. Well, I don't need it. And Meridian says, Tatiana, it's kind of more complicated than that. You're supposed to be my... Apparently in this other timeline that you haven't had and that I've never had, that you and I are supposed to be very connected. And Tatiana kind of looks at her and says, I don't know that you and I run in the same circles, darling. And she says, I think we're arch enemies, actually. Let me get this straight. You have come to the astral plane to rescue me because I am supposed to be your enemy? Who are you two? Who are these two? And Dustin goes, the Harbingers of Doom. Let me know why. She goes, shut up. Oh. This is not the time for you to talk, okay?
My name is Billy Jones. A Fiat agent.
Fiat agent. And you thought this was a good idea. This was worthy of your company resources.
Personally, no. But I'm sort of outranked.
What about you? Is this your
job? Our job is supporting heroes when they need us.
Wow. But would you have suggested this was a good plan? This was a worthwhile mission?
There are many things to be learned from different opportunities.
disgusting.
Yeah, that's true. We did get to experience a lot of different realities on the way here.
Oh, wow. Had a bit of an adventure on your little odyssey to rescue little old me. Fascinating. Well. Wait a minute. Why do you say they're harbingers of doom? And Dustin goes, because that old man said so. Tatiana looks at you all and says, one moment, please. She walks over to the old man. And she'll kind of like lean in, and he's kind of shaking, and he starts pointing, and she kind of goes, just leans in and whispers, I want one of you to give me a roll for Meridian's Listen. Dan, why do you do that?
All right.
I think Pierce did the last one.
So 97. So I don't know if she would spend a power to re-roll that.
I don't think she would, because ultimately that is a normal success for Meridian. I technically even get to collect the box, but it won't. No, I don't, because it's not succeeding for this specific task. Meridian wouldn't listen harder because she doesn't want to violate anyone's privacy. Wait, no, hold on. That's a vote. Sorry. A, Meridian doubles down, uses power to try to listen closer. B, Meridian's like, I have to respect people's privacy, even if there's weirdness going on. Vote now. It's a tricky one. I'm even going to ask KJ about this. Oh, it's tied, so she has to vote.
Yeah.
So A, spend power to reroll. B, respect privacy and not reroll. My prediction, KJ is going to say A and send me an even angrier gif. That is my prediction for KJ's response to this now critical bit of explanation.
It's a hard thing, right? Because yes, I think Meridian has a lot of morality, but she's also a religious and government entity, and neither of those things truly respect privacy. So,
Well,
yeah, I don't know.
she voted A. Meridian does not listen.
No, A is listening.
A is listening.
Oh, A is listen. Oh, A is A. Oh, never mind. Yeah. All right, Dan. I'm spending one of her precious power. Reroll it.
So 96.
She's not going to reroll again,
All right.
but she does really try.
It's like it feels like she was reading lips, and like Tatiana like looks and then like turns her back.
Yeah. And honestly, I think that's probably even a thing of like, I bet Meridian's now guilty that she like tried to listen harder.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But basically, Tatiana Temple, I'm gonna roll something very important, for Tatiana Temple here. She didn't do an angry gif on that because she only does an angry gif where I'm making her pick something she wouldn't want, you know? Like, she would want her to reroll. So, yeah, okay. Tatiana Temple, here we go. I gotta roll pretty low on this for this to work out the worst for you guys. You know what? Spending some power for Tatiana Temple to reroll that, because I'm a bad person. I'm not gonna do it multiple times, I'll try it now. Yes, that will be better. Okay, cool. So Tatiana basically talks to this guy, and kind of he just sort of nods and sort of turns around and starts just walking away. And Tatiana comes back and says, "Never mind. I appreciate you coming to get me. You seem to be an extremely moral person. I understand why we are not on the same side. But I am happy to be rescued. You can even bring him back if you want, although someone's going to be mad about it, but who cares?" And it says, "Oh, okay. All right, Meridian, again, we said is not a person. Let's have Meridian do a read person. Pierce, why don't you roll that?" A 100 would be really fun right now.
Man, we're like not doing well for Meridian tonight. She's not bad. I mean, it's not the worst. 84.
I mean, 84 is pretty bad, but the problem is when we're rolling against Tatiana Temple's stats. In Deception, in Deceive. Meridian hears this. You two can do a read person on her if you want to as well.
So on this, would I get my knowledge from bluffing and other social interactions?
Yes. I'm fine with that.
Sick. Thank you, Mr. Publisher.
That is a 94 for me, so that is a failure.
34, so hard success.
Hard success. Billy, you're just relieved. Meridian is kind of like, good. Michael, you do suspect that Tatiana Temple is up to something, but you don't doubt that she is like, yes, please, okay, I'll go back. It's basically, Michael, at this point, you're sort of feeling the standard amount of suspicion as opposed to, like, this right now is a trap. You're like, she just heard something and has completely changed her mind, but you have no sense of what it could be, and basically you just know, like, she's up to something, but she isn't actively lying right now as far as you can tell.
Okay.
She's just,
Noted.
Yes, but if you have a quick means of returning. You don't seem to have silver cords on you, so you must have come here. You were just projecting yourselves.
And we had a ship.
Oh. Well, now color me intrigued.
Yeah, it's a little bit of... I mean, maybe it won't be so much. It was like a pretty circuitous route to get here. But if you like fighting games, that might be fun.
Fighting games, like lights out,
Like,
stabby?
Yeah, sure.
It's a strange game for military agents to be playing. I wouldn't...
Like video games.
Oh. I see. So for children? No. But yes, whenever you're ready, I don't really need... Oh, well, I suppose I do need to... Oh, well, it's all astral-like, and she kind of just does this and suddenly has, like, a suitcase in her hand. Designer. Probably what would it... I don't know. Maybe Dolce & Gabbana. I don't know what it is. The point is she has a suitcase.
Vuitton? Louis Vuitton?
Might be Vuitton. Might be LV.
No, 80s is maybe Versace. I feel like 80s is Versace.
Very Versace. And she says, Dustin, we're leaving now. Gather your bat. He's like, what do you mean? We're leaving? What are you talking? No, you're joking, right? We're actually getting out of here? Yes. Come. Okay. Like, just make sure you have your bat. That's special. We did a lot of work on that. Okay. And he just kind of comes up with his bat.
I'm gonna look at Meridian again. Just again. We should be doing this, right?
I'm sure that I'm not expecting Tatiana Temple, although, as far as I can tell, Tatiana Temple technically hasn't committed any crimes in our timeline.
He's definitely thinking about doing something.
Some financial things in the 80s, sort of whatever, but it wasn't. But certainly her energy has changed, and I wish I'd heard what she said to that man. I guess I could go fly and ask him, but this is what we're here for.
Isn't it weird that guy didn't come, like, say, like, oh, hey, I'm sorry?
It is a little. Do you think you can escort them back to the sphere?
Are you sure? What are you gonna do?
Meridian will say, Never mind. I don't want to leave you alone with her just in case she is dangerous. B, I'm going to go fly and talk to that gentleman. See what she heard from him that changed things.
I have no idea.
BB.
Yeah.
Lots of P's.
Waiting for my key. There we go.
All right. So she'll sort of basically say, she'll say that. Do you think you can get them back to the sphere?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Okay.
as long as we don't get hit by that bat, sure.
I'm going to go talk to that guy. If I can find him,
I'm gonna ping Violet on our like little internal comp and to have a arcane grenade ready just in case.
Okay. And one of you can go knock on the window to tell Rena it's time to go. She's taking lots of samples of animals.
Yeah.
Just imagine looking at Rena as in like a little, one of those little like areas where they would like bring dogs out for like adoption days. She's just covered. Face licking.
That's the vibe. Just weird alien monsters, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. That actually means I have to pull up the, I don't have the Violet Tower sheet handy, but I'll pull that up too. All right.
I'll just like, as we're kind of working away, I'll just like sort of lean into Michael and just sort of quietly.
Yeah.
So, like, do you think our guns work here? Like, what do we do here to fight?
You guys want having Violet get the arcane grenade ready?
Okay. And what do we do if something happens before we get there? We just gotta believe things, right?
Yeah.
And Rena
Yeah.
will kind of come up to you both and say, so that's her? We're already doing this? I thought I heard fighting for a second, then I looked at it and there was no fighting, and then what, we got him? We got her?
Yeah, we're just taking them back to the bathysphere now.
Cool. Where's Meridian?
She went to go talk to a guy.
Okay. Oh, no, you gotta go back to the store. Look, I'm putting this one down. Okay. Meridian, meanwhile, will fly, seeking out this gentleman. Give me a Pierce. Who did the last Meridian roll? Doesn't even matter. Pierce, give me a look roll. Or
Look?
It's a for Meridian. It's a D100, yeah.
76.
She flies around and like she kind of can't see him. And as she sort of he seemed to have like stepped away from this, and she's like, oh no, okay. Well, now she thinks maybe she can try to listen. She can try to, kind of like see if she hears someone moving through this strange space. At the same time, there is a part of Meridian that's like, if I go too far away, I mean, maybe that place will be an anchor and I can get back, but this is dangerous. But I think she wants to find him, so she'll at least listen out for him. Dan, could you roll that D100?
74.
74.
Hey. We are trending in the right direction at least.
Again,
97, 96, 84.
She listens and doesn't hear anything. This next one is actually very hard because she only has a 76 in this ability, but she will need a very high degree of success. She can attempt to just look at this kind of amorphous thing and try to track this person if she wants to. And if you guys think this is a time to do it, she could spend... This will be sort of a... People can even weigh in and chat, but this is an official vote. She could spend 3 of her 7 power to power burst to kind of like up her, like senses and everything to sort of see if she can find if she can find this guy. Do you think that's worth it?
No.
No. Then Pierce, go ahead and roll me a navigate track. She needs a 15 or lower for this to be an extreme and work.
Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah.
77.
Okay. So now I will have it be chat. Meridian, Meridian knows something's off, and Meridian Meridian knew there would be some shenanigans, but there's something about the way that this has happened. There's something about the way that she talked to this guy she couldn't hear. Meridian is kind of at this so now Meridian has a choice. A, she does expend some power. She digs deep. She re-rolls. She tries again. She uses her empathy powers to seek out and do this. She doesn't give up. She says, we can't leave without me talking to this guy. Or B, she says, right now, I have the possibility of bringing home everybody. If I get back to the sphere now, my Fiat team will be safe. The people we came to get will be safe. And I can simply trust that, we'll figure it all out together. Those are her options. She can either spend some power, dig deep here, and then if anything... And Meridian, will even realize this. Meridian's I'm tired, I'm beat. If I go after this guy, I may not have enough left in the tank, for anything that happens. Or do I just go back now and call it a success? Take the win here. Leave that man unknown. 2 votes for B. 2 votes for calling it here. Let's see what chat has to say. I'll even have KJ weigh in on this as we wait for chat. They both said A. All right. All right.
They're split. I'm surprised.
Okay, cool. I've messaged KJ. We shall see. I love that it is split. I also love that it's split between chat and player lines. It's tricky.
Love for KJ to abstain, and now we have to text Aaron or Sierra.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, at this point, I'll probably just roll. Those are KJ was told you'll be getting some texts.
Good.
Other players are not on call. That being said, poor Meridian, she's just floating out here. Tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm going to determine what Meridian, I know what Meridian will do. Yeah, I know what she would do. That is power. She'd have to spend power to do that, though. She'd have to spend 4 power to do that. Meridian will... If Meridian stays out here, she will use 4 power to try to feel for that person, just using her empathy powers, rather than her sort of physical looking and wondering. I guess I should also... Okay, if I don't hear from KJ in 1 more full minute, I'll just go ahead and make a choice or make a roll. But okay, well, in the meantime, Michael and Billy. She just texted back, ooh, that's tough, she's thinking. In the meantime, we'll go to Michael and Billy. You guys get back to the interdimensional bathysphere. One thing that you notice, however, is that Violet is there, kind of watching and touching on a temple, says, what a strange looking contraption.
Yeah. It's been
It's a giant ball. You got another one of those hanging around. What? God, I didn't even say anything dumb. And she's just like, she just glares at him. Please continue, Billy.
Yeah, it's sort of an interesting ship. It doesn't ever operate in the way you sort of expect it to. But we need to find the pilot. I don't know that any of us know how to pilot this besides the Magmanaut.
Violet says, yeah, I haven't, Violet kind of gives Michael a look of like, now? Okay. Got it. You see her like, oh, you're muted. Although maybe you're just, she's like, got it, and then slips something back in. And then Michael, you see a moment of horror on her face as she reaches in and is like, okay, confirms it was switched off. Yeah. She's the demolitions expert. So she basically goes, okay. Yeah, I haven't seen the Magmanaut in a bit. I don't know where she wandered off to.
Do we have anything to ping her on?
Yeah, you probably have like a comm for her or something. If you want to do that. Yeah, Michael, go ahead and actually, Michael, let's see if there's... Oh, pitch something as a roll. Do an investigate. There you go. Or calculate. I know investigate's better, but this would more be calculate as you're trying to triangulate her position.
2.
2?
Yeah.
Where were those rolls when Meridian was trying to track this mystery person, man?
I don't fucking know, guy.
All right.
We've rolled pretty well for ourselves and just horrible for Meridian.
You really, that's very true. So yeah, Michael, you easily calculate the position of, just on your sort of comm of the Magmanaut. Now, Dan, I actually need you to roll this is not a standard one that we've been having here, but I need you to roll a D8.
What does a D8 even look like?
And if you roll an 8, it will be very weird.
3.
It's kind of the way it had been, but Michael, you sort of like, she's basically like a click and a half off, like in that direction. She's a ways away.
I'm gonna send her a return to ship ping.
Okay. In response, a message comes back over it like a voicemail as someone says, "What manner of strange sorcery is this device? Oh, my lady, you don't need something of this nature. This is a strange witchcraft." And she says,
Oh, my love, do not worry. It is just some memory. I know not what.
He says, "Well, let us destroy it then." She did fumble earlier, guys. I told you she fumbled.
Oh god. Oh no. I mean, do I have an idea of what's happening, or?
I think, go ahead and do a, I think you probably do, but...
No, like psychology or something?
Yeah, do a psychology. Yeah, let you click another one. Here we go.
52.
Yeah, I think with a 52 in psychology, you're certainly kind of, you've got the basic idea of what is now going on. You have a sense of, okay, problem.
So it looks like her mind is being messed with by the plane, so that's very good.
Okay.
Oh, that'll happen. Sounds like she found herself a lover. Wouldn't we all be so lucky? And Dustin goes, "What am I?" And she says, "You're a plaything for sometimes."
Oh, you two are a thing.
It's like, I mean, I wouldn't call us exclusive. And she said, I would definitely not call us exclusive.
Do you know how to counteract these effects?
Oh, you'd like my help rescuing someone who came to rescue me?
I mean, it would make our getting out of here a lot easier, so yeah.
Okay. Well, if you'd like to say please and ask me as someone of sort of proper stature as a spellcaster and understander of interesting things, then perhaps I could be busy. I could be.
Would you please help us rescue our friend and pilot?
Absolutely. What is her name? What does she look like?
I'll describe the Magmanaut.
She's a classical statue, but she's called the Magmanaut. She's not made of magma. That is very strange.
I'm not their parents. Her parents. I didn't name her. So.
All right. Very well. Dustin, go pick her up and bring her back. He goes, "What? Go. Off with you. Chop chop." Fine. And he just kind of stomps off like Paul Rudd in Wet Hot American Summer. Okay. Meanwhile, here's what KJ said, guys. Do you think KJ said, ooh, that's tough? Do you think she voted A or B?
A.
She voted. I genuinely don't know. She deferred. I'm rolling. No. I'm going to roll something else for this. Now, D13 doesn't make sense because I genuinely want this to be 50-50. Is there a more fun die to do?
What would the 13 be?
Don't you have a D2?
Oh, I would. Yeah, I do have plenty of D2s. That's a good point. But great point. Oh, thank you, Dan. Yes, Virginia, there is a Danta clause. All right. So 13, the fun. A will be... Is A evens and B odds?
Sure.
Oh, A's odds and B's evens. A's the first letter and B's the second letter.
I don't...
Sure.
Okay. A odds. So odd, she's going to spend power and try to find this dude. Evens, she's going to come back. 13, something cooler. It's not a 13. It's a 4. Meridian thinking about that man, thinking about all the things it could mean, all the things this could have led to. She just I gotta let him go. Gotta my priorities to them. I gotta let him go. She'll fly back to the interdimensional bathysphere. Pierce, roll for Dustin Howell.
29.
29 will be enough that as Meridian sort of lands and kind of sees you all, she'll land sort of closer to the Fiat agents and kind of give you a look of like, I couldn't find him. He seemed to disappear into the astral world, and I guess I didn't want to spend too much time and energy.
No, that's wise. Guess we just have to sort of hope for the best here. That we can deal with anything that's coming our way.
Indeed. She'll kind of go over to Tatiana, who says, "Oh, wonderful. I wasn't sure where you flew off to." And says, "Oh, I was just having a look around before we head out." Yes, well, oh, look, here he comes. And you guys notice that Dustin Howell is riding a space horse. No, it just would be a normal horse. Dustin Howell is riding a horse. And he has the Magmanaut, like, thrown over his lap on the horse. And she's wearing, like, a fancy dress and, like, doing this motion in anger. And the horse seems to really be struggling under her, heavy stone form. And he's kind of just got his bat up like a Ravenclaw, like, oh, come on, we gotta go. And behind them, several, knights are riding. At the head of them, one saying, "Bring me back my beloved! How dare you!"
All right, let's get in the ship.
Yeah.
That's our pilot, slung across his lap there.
Yeah, that's her.
Okay. Meridian says, "All right. Well, I really don't want any horses to get hurt here." And Rena will say, "Yeah, me neither. And none of them are like weird, interesting, kind of exotic horses of any kind, right?" Okay. So Meridian is going to try to kind of, fly there and sort of maybe like do something to move the earth so the horses don't sort of chase. So let's have Meridian just flying's not a problem. Dan, roll me a Meridian. This will just be a lift. Meridian's just going to try to like lift some astral plane into a different thing.
Oh, okay. I thought there was a different number on the D20. It's a 29. I thought it was a 99, but it's a 29.
A 29. That's less bad. I'm actually going to not click that box for it's in. Okay, no, that's fine. So basically, she does manage to kind of like move some earth behind, and like as Dustin rides past, she's trying to do this. However, she only has a hard success, not an extreme. So the people beyond, I'm gonna let them just roll a 69. Nice.
Nice.
It's nice, everybody.
Throw it up.
But she basically, many of them stop, but the lead guy, he charges his horse off, and his horse like flies really high. Meridian's like, oh my god. And he goes, I'm coming for you, beloved, as the horse is like flailing. So Meridian has to fly up and catch it. Appears to a fly roll for Meridian to catch the horse.
72.
It's a success, not a great one. So Meridian will catch the horse, but it's like a big to-do, and the guy's like smacking her, and she's like, okay, calm down. Yes, that's all right. You're okay. It's fine. You just met her today. It's not a, come on. And, I gotta say, Meridian's like this trip to the, this trip to the astral
Right.
world it's not going great.
her?
It's kind of feeling rough. Help her out.
Just by like leaping up there, and because we're in the astral plane, can't I just like float after her and try to like help with Dustin so she's not trying to carry everyone?
Oh, she's not carrying Dustin. She caught the.
Oh, sorry.
Dustin's riding up to you now. She caught like the guy who charged up to like did like who
Okay.
leapt the
Sorry.
ramp anyway, and she's just like yeah.
Never mind then.
No, Dustin at this point gets back, and the Magmanaut's kind of kicking, and Michael or Billy actually, either of you could do an investigate roll on this, I think, as you're sort of thinking of how all this works here. We'll say Rena and Violet are inside getting the ship, powered up to wherever they can.
67, that's a regular success.
47, also a regular success.
I think with the two of you doing a regular success, you do think that once you get the Magmanaut back onto the interdimensional bathysphere, her mind should be reset, kind of to, she'll be anchored again to your reality.
Yeah, I'd say bring her in.
Let's get her in.
And Magmanaut's like,
No, how dare you? You steal me from my love. You monsters, you brutes, you. Oh, wow, that's weird. Oh, dear.
oh, wow. She kind of just rips the dress off and kind of tosses it out.
That's really embarrassing.
Do you have like a royal title?
I don't know.
'Cause that's kind of cool.
It was not cool. Oh, I don't like that kind of story. That bothers me.
She's like, is everyone and then Meridian will sort of fly back in, and meanwhile, Tatiana and Dustin have come aboard, and
Right. I think that's everyone.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
okay, so basically she says, all right, well, Magmanaut, if you think you can, and Magmanaut goes,
Believe me, I'm on it.
and the Magmanaut will roll to get you guys the hell out of here. And we'll roll a 9, so yes, that will do it. So basically, the Magmanaut will switch things and fall back out of reality, or actually, I guess, rise from reality. Michael, you do know that now that the ballast has been put there, she's just reversing it, and that should do the right thing of kind of like pulling you guys back to material reality, anchoring yourselves in the one that you've come from, etc., etc. And sure enough, we won't belabor this point, but you guys do, in fact. Oh, although, let's see. Meridian has a 58 luck. What are both your luck scores?
84.
Wow.
53.
53. We'll go with Billy's 53. Just to make it hard. Billy, roll me a luck roll.
Cool.
Especially because Pierce independently is also bad at luck rolls. Although you did well on the album.
Yeah, I sure did. 82.
82.
The year Tatiana Temple disappeared.
All right, I'll tell you what. So, as you guys emerge onto some level of reality, the thing is like tossing and turning in kind of a weird way. And oh no, actually that would be really bad. There's like scraping and screeching of metal and like breaking of stuff, and you hear horns honking and like cars swerving. And there's like a lot of destruction.
I mean, is there a window I can look out?
If you look at, yeah, go ahead and make a look roll out of a window. Everything's moving so fast, you'll need a harder, better to see.
Are we like hit and like screech and like sliding, or are we rolling like end over end?
Both scraping, but it's like bouncing and rolling and kind of, you know, cacophonous. 95. You can't see anything. It's just too much chaos. Meridian is going to prepare to try to catch this thing to make sure that, like, no one gets hurt. You're already hearing cars, crashes out there. So Meridian will move to go. Perfect. But before she can, the whole thing comes to a stop, a sudden stop as you all lurch, and then you are set gently on the ground. Outside, through the interdimensional bathysphere, you hear cheering. Mainly men.
Well, let's get up. Let's see where we are.
And Magma. Yeah, Billy. Why don't you or either of you guys could do a if you haven't done an analyze or an invest, you know, if you haven't done like an or navigate track even just to determine your position.
I'll do an analyze.
That is, you got a 15 on navigate track, which is just the cusp I need for an extreme success.
Perfect. Michael Sheen, as far as you can tell, you are not only back in your real reality, you are in Alpha City.
Home.
Billy.
55 regular success.
You're once Michael says that, you're like, oh yeah, I see that here too on this thing. And the Magmonot goes,
Oh, I'm not near home. Oh dear.
but anything that Meridian goes, we've made it back, all right. And she goes, well, welcome back, Tatiana. And the door to the thing is kind of like ripped off from the outside. Magmonot goes, ooh, well, it's probably dented. And a voice goes, is everyone okay in there? And people start chanting Meridian. Meridian! Meridian! Meridian!
That's interesting. How do they know you're in?
Yeah.
She goes, I'm not sure. And then she kind of hovers out. And as she hovers out, there's a bunch of people going, well, oh, boo, boo, boo. But you guys do see, kind of hovering there is a sort of blonde-haired, blue-eyed, you know, Steve Rogers looking Meridian, who's kind of hovering there in the same exact suit. And he goes, oh, wonderful, you're back. I've been trying to keep things okay here in your absence, Meridian. Hi, I'm I'm Meridian. And he extends a hand and shakes it. And Tatiana Temple says, so there's two of them here. I've changed my mind. I should have stayed in the astral plane.
Yeah, that's not the best.
Not normal.
Oh, Tatiana, just a quick question for you. Because like, part of what we do, and this is already looking like it's going to be a bit of a doozy, part of what we do is clean up the aftermath from hero activities. And you mentioned that there was someone you mentioned there'd be one person who would have a problem with us bringing Dust and Hell back. Who is that?
She just pulls down your album and doesn't break eye contact with you and just points at it.
Oh. Well, there's 1,000 of them now. So that's more than one.
There's 1,000 girls like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boy.
Hey, not such a bad world after all, right? That's like a pretty wicked situation in that case. 1,000 girls that pretty? Come on.
They're all telepathically connected to each other, if that makes it any different for you.
That's potential. Yeah, I mean, it makes it hard to lie, but I mean, you know, I'm up for a challenge, right?
What's the vibe going on between the Meridians?
The vibe between the Meridians, do a detect vibe on that.
Really having a hard time feeling like anything we've done with a good idea.
5. Michael.
What is that? Is that a vital for me? What does it need to be a vital?
It needs to be a 20th, so you gotta have a 100.
Yeah, no, that's close to a vital, but not.
An extra, yeah, it's still a very good thing. The vibe between them is your Meridian seems like fine to be kind of surprised, but she doesn't seem like contentious. This other Meridian seems very happy and like nice and seems upbeat, But there is a vibe from the crowd that is making you feel like something's not great. There's some feeling here that's maybe not. That's not good.
I'm gonna plug my device. So how long have we been gone? I'm gonna look at my device. How long have we been gone?
You've been gone about from Earth, or since you went into the thing?
From Earth,
from Earth, probably like a week and a half, 2 weeks, something like that.
I'm gonna immediately log into the Fiat network and check if there are any on the main bulletin emergency notice channel.
Understood.
Michael. I'm just gonna while he's doing that, I'm also just gonna call in a cleanup crew.
Okay, sure. Michael, if you look on there is a priority message for you from Gallows.
For me?
Yeah. Basically Gallows asking, did you create this other Meridian?
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna type in no, just returned. Assess the situation.
Yeah. If you then go, you notice that there is now kind of a Meridian who they're codenaming the Golden Ager. And he was being called Golden Ager, but now just seems to be going by Meridian because that's what everyone's calling him. And you notice that in the Fiat, in Gallows sort of stuff, it would appear that the official position of Fiat is that he is he is Meridian in good standing. He's considered, but they use a term that they typically don't use for the actual capes. They refer to him as an asset, implying some level of control.
Interesting.
If you want to dig a little deeper into that, you could.
Yes.
I think you're out of things, so research. Actually, it is research. You're going to research what you've missed.
45. Success.
45. The sort of the vibe underneath it, basically. Probably should I type out stuff, whatever. As you sort of read this stuff, any references to him seem to be that, unlike Meridian, this Golden Age Meridian is very happy to respect a hierarchy. Is very happy to have kind of order, he fits much better into the Fiat organization than Meridian does.
Okay. Noted.
Meanwhile, though, what?
I'm not saying anything about that.
Cool.
We need to get back to base and debrief.
Yeah, it seems like we missed a lot.
Some guy in the crowd's
Would you be okay to come with us?
Who?
Tatiana.
Oh, me? You want me to come with you for a debrief?
You don't mind.
Oh, absolutely. Totally happy. Let me just, can I light a cigarette here? Is that all right?
Outdoors is fine.
She'll just kind of
Indoors
step
is
out.
not.
I can light a cigarette here. Come, yeah, Billy, you want a cigarette? I don't smoke. Well, come have one with me anyway. And she kind of just says, "No one gonna light for me?"
Not standard issue.
Pity. Billy, light my cigarette. He's like, "What? I gotta light it."
You mean Dustin?
You mean
Dustin. I'm so sorry. I keep calling him Billy. I am so sorry.
It don't work for you yet, lady.
Yeah, Dustin Howell will light her cigarette, and they both disappear.
Could have predicted that, I suppose.
Yeah.
As they do so, he kind of goes, "What the?" As they disappear in some flame. Magmanut goes, "Were they supposed to go?"
No.
Oh, sorry. Oh, wow, this thing is really broken. Oh, wow.
I'm sure.
I was using the ballast all wrong. Oh, my God. That's embarrassing.
Yeah, Magma, if you come with us to Fiat headquarters, I'm sure we can figure out a way to get you back to team tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, sure. 1 second. Oh, doesn't work and I don't have lungs. Yeah, okay, fine. Rena's acting a little weird. Rena's acting weird and doing this a lot.
Oh, yeah. I'm so shocked. I don't need to say anything further to her. This is going to be going in my report.
Sure. But at this point, and Violet Tower kind of says, all right, good news is at least I had the safety on this arcane grid. Oh my god! See, I don't know, Billy, Michael, any other words?
I'm just curious so the record did survive coming out of the astral.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
That's the benefit of an interdimensional bathysphere. So basically, Michael will put that in a report. Okay, perfect. I don't know, Billy.
There's just so much paperwork.
There always is.
Yeah. So, off that note, we will end with Meridian. Meridian kind of just hasn't even realized Tatiana, or maybe she hears you guys saying Tatiana tablet. She goes, "She's gone." Okay, well, I mean, she's not a prisoner. She hasn't done anything wrong. And Golden Ager says, I heard about your mission, by the way, Meridian. I just wanted to say, I support it. You did the right thing. Thank you. I really appreciate that. So he's like, I'm from the Multitude, of course, and I came here because I was, and she goes, I think I actually have interacted with one like you before, but not here. And she kind of looks and says, he goes, yeah, it's interesting. People here, they seem to like me, but I'm a little confused about why. And she says, oh, all right. Here, let's smile and wave together. Absolutely. And they sort of do a wave, and there's kind of like the crowd reaction to that of these kind of, dudes in Meridian caps is kind of a little sort of muted. It's kind of like, oh, weird. And she goes, I think there's some stuff we'll need to talk about, but thanks for helping out here. And he goes, of course, that's what we're here to do. And hearing that, she kind of nods and says, yeah, that is what we're here to do. Oh, also, I was staying in your house, and somebody named Ghost Man has been calling a lot. She goes, okay, right. You got into my house? Yeah, apparently my key worked. It was weird. She goes, okay. So as they fly away, that's where we'll end the episode.
Is there an epilogue?
Do you have epilogue requests?
I don't know, but it's the end of an arc. Normally, we get one of those.
That's true. Okay.
Oh,
Go ahead.
Yeah, the first thing that came to mind was because obviously it's a character. It was Topflight West.
Sure. Okay. Cool.
But if you have another idea, go.
No, we'll do a Topflight West epilogue. That's a good idea. Okay.
Gotta sell the other books.
So if you guys can actually be Archetype and Beowulf here for a moment.
Yes, I can do.
On it. Easy.
Okay. Can both of you roll? Just both of you roll any die, by the way. Just tell me if you're evens or odds. Even? Odd. Perfect. Okay, so let's see. We'll have, I'm going to say Lumen. We'll say, no, we'll say Synth Devil. Nope. We'll say Teleportia. Okay. And then... Perfect. Okay. Okay, Archetype.
Yeah.
Right now, you and Balia,
yeah.
the two of you who are both wearing rings made of fire that are linked together, as you two are rushing up the steps of the palace in hell, she's saying, or you're saying, so Balia, you're kind of explaining how, like, you guys have to break the damned crystal, the crystal of damnation. You guys have to break the crystal of damnation before another hellburst rises.
Yeah, so we have to break the crystal of damnation before another hellburst arises. Surely you understand this, boy. Yeah, yes, I get it. I understand. Where is it? It's right up through here. That's why we're going this way.
At this point, however, sort of being knocked out of the chamber next to you is Gitana, Sword of the Devil. And she says, Archetypes, I'm perfect. You're here. You're the only one who can save us now.
What?
Devil Beowulf is coming! You have to conjure something that can defeat him! You must conjure Angel Grendel! It's the only way!
Can I roll a D100?
Please, roll a D100.
What? 84.
84. Okay, hold on.
What's an 84?
An 84. Okay, let me look. I gotta go to my Lost Alert. Here's what I will do, though. I do say something on there that you can occasionally actually, like, focus it, right?
It's if you roll a 100.
Okay, it is only a roll 100. All right, is there any chance? Oh, god damn it! I really want to do something with that, man. Oh, you're so close to Grendel on the thing. Dan, here's what I'm going to do. Okay? I am going to allow you... Okay. If you can roll... This is some scary shit here, sir. If you can roll 6 on whatever other hero dice of archetypes you want to expend, you need to roll exactly 6. But if you do that, I will let this be Grendel, and it can be Angel Grendel.
What an eventful 2 weeks.
I'm thinking either a D4 and a D6 or a D4 and a D8.
I will let you do it also. You can also do it sequentially. You can also do it in, like, you know.
Okay.
You can roll one at a time.
I'm gonna roll a D6 first.
D6 first. Okay, here we go.
6! Let's go!
All right. So, archetype. You focus. And basically, you become this horrifying...
so bad.
You become this horrifying sort of, like, monster with these, like, angel, like, horns of feathers coming out of your head, right as a devil-horned Beowulf knocking aside, who else came in here with you guys? The other hero? Oh, an angel-horned, right as devil-horned Beowulf, knocks aside... pick him, Ice Queen. Who's, like, melting from the hellfire. And she kind of looks up at Archetype and goes, "Hurry, Connor! You're the best of us!"
I'm just gonna go in for it.
All right, young boy. Let's see if we can make you a man.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, Archetype, ranging him on either side, are devil versions of Lumen and Teleportia. And as you guys prepare to fight, as you guys run towards each other, Rocky 3 ending style, ding ding, that's where we'll end the issue.
Fucking rad.
Jesus.
Lumen probably says something horrible about this, like, how I hate this guy. Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's see if you can be a man boy. What did you say?
Oh, I said, all right, young boy, let's see if we can make you a man.
All right, young boy. Let's see if we can make you a man. As Archetype is going to try to channel the divine poison.
This is such a long, on so many fronts. This is such a conversion of so many long-awaited battles.
Yep. Yep. Some real silly stuff here, guys. All right, cool. Well, on that note, that is where we're going to end this last issue of Topflight for a while. In 2 weeks from tonight, next week we'll be off on Wednesday, but 2 weeks from tonight, we will be starting a new D&D campaign timed with the release of the 2024 Player's Handbook. So I'll give you guys more information about that soon. I guess I could reveal the title of that game, although perhaps that's a thing to do at a more... I'll say it. Now, why not? Yes, in 2 weeks, we'll be beginning with Session 0, where Session 0 of this will actually matter. A game called The Deck of Long Lost Things.
Ooh,
This is a game all about the sort of decks, like decks of many things. I have this cool animated version here, which you might have seen in some of our other things, where this lenticular printing that's very cool. But that's not the only deck. We'll also be busting out like the Taroka deck, which also has a lot of cool effects. And then if there is the Deck of Long Lost Things, which will be a deck very key to this. So I'm very excited about this. I'm set this up a little bit. We're gonna get back into some D&D because now no one's mad at wizards anymore.
Yeah, they're cool now.
Yeah.
So yeah, so join us for that. But then, so we are off of this next week. However, we have plenty of games going on in the meantime. On Friday, we have Blood from a Stone. Dan, you'll be back at this week, right, for that?
Oh, baby, you bet I will be.
Man, we had some stuff happen last time, and you guys had some stuff happen yours. We had 2 horror surges in yours because you're a good boy. And then on, you triggered one of them, right?
Yeah.
And then on, on Sunday, Here Be Dragons, and then Monday, more Dreamlands. Right now, I kept Forget.
Saw that.
I didn't,
It's
we
funny
had
as I-
Forgive and Forget, and then I kept Forget, but now we have Me Not. So
Yeah,
there's
I
Forget
like
and
that.
Me Not.
I feel like I'm getting into. I like that I know your brain a little bit because I had not seen the options. I just saw something pop through my phone that said "forget," and I went, "Oh, Philip must have kept it." I bet the other one's Me Not.
Yeah, I mean, it was there weren't too many things that would make sense. I was considering Forget Me Now as a Arrested Development joke, but that's what it's talking about, even though it's not used in a problematic way in that show. So anyway, so join us for all those, and we'll see you soon for this, and we'll do more Topflight. I might even one thing I am thinking about. I know, Dan, if you're ever around on a Monday, you could try to pop into this as well. I may do some check-ins with the Topflight universe a little bit more in Dreamlands, just now that, for whatever reason, if we wanted to. But I also, oh man, there's some good stuff here. So yeah, thanks for that. Go to our Discord to interact with us, our YouTube to watch old episodes. Go to the wiki where Sophia was literally updating stuff today and kind of outlining sort of interesting things about the nature of these planes and all of that. Check that out, and then also follow these wonderful creators here on the stuff they do, or things they Manzukis. For instance, would either of you like to plug anything?
No. All right, then I'll just quickly Manzukis in my ongoing challenge to pick a movie that ties into the game that we have just played, it's not exactly the Astral Plane, but it's a pretty good movie. Directed by Vincent Ward and visually stunning still to this day. And that is What Dreams May Come, starring Robin Williams, which is a bit more like Purgatory, Hells, Heavens, but there is sort of like a emotional power over the plane, though it is not as explicit as it is in the Astral Plane. It felt like a good time.
Yeah, I think that's an accurate one for sure. A visual feast.
Yeah.
Well, just follow these guys. Sometimes they stream. They do cool stuff. Well, thank you, everyone. I appreciate. Also, thank you to you in chat and to everyone who's played these in chat and stuff and kind of watched this. Meridian Salvation is kind of wound up being pretty much half of what we did. We did 21 sessions of this. 10 of them were Meridian Salvation, so it was almost half of this was that. Meridian Salvation was a thing that I kind of just wanted to do as this idea of like it's about a sort of communally controlled main character who's, you know, kind of on that like that just decision tree or, you know, option thing. So thanks for indulging that and participating in these votes. It's been a lot of fun. Thank you all so much. We will see you all soon. Until then, for the last time for a while, have a top night.